Welcome to Long Island Grown, our conversations with local farmers and local food and beverage producers. This is the second year for Long Island Grown and the sixth year that Peconic Land Trust and Bridge Gardens have sponsored such programs. There are 4 conversations this year. The first one is the drink, the second one is the appetizer, the third is the entree, and of course the fourth is dessert. I'd like to thank Laura Donnelly, our moderator. Laura is the food editor for the East Hampton Star, a renowned local pastry chef.
First of all, Jennifer Halsey Dupre, who is a 12th generation farmer at the Whitecap Farm. Your family has been farming out here since the 1640s?
Correct. Currently on our home farm we have roughly 60 acres and 9 acres up at the milk pail. 20 acres of apples. We used to go out, plow, disc, beat the soil up, get rid of those weeds. Got to get rid of the weeds, turn the soil over. It does so much damage. Now, we haven't touched the soil probably in 8 to 10 years with a plow or a disc. We do a lot of reduced tillage, cover crops, putting everything back in the soil, and our soil is extremely healthy.
I never wanted to make these funky type or these oxidative ciders. It had to be pure, it has to be fruit driven, it has to be elegant, there has to be a vibrancy, and I think in general what I like is when a product has acidity, like I let acidity lead our wines, for example. I don't hide it.
Now, Richard, cocktails have become, like you said, part of the meal, part of the dining experience. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I think cocktail culture in the past few years has definitely exploded in a way that surprises, I think, even us. I think coupled with the rise of local distilleries and distilleries in New York State and ciders and the whole thing. So it all kind of comes hand in hand. But
What is your favorite cocktail right now?
so we have liquor, shrub, citrus, bitter. The nice part here, everything's from New York State except obviously citrus. All New York cocktail, shrub from Channing Daughters, Dutch Spirits Moonshine, Dutch Spirits Bitters.
I only wanted to grow things or use things that were grown locally, and I thought it was really important to help do whatever I could to preserve the farms and the farmers who are working on the North Fork. I thought it was important to know the grower and to know how they were growing and what was, not only what was coming out of their fields, but what else was going into their fields. So
the reason I find this so important is because if our East End food community is going to be independent of big food businesses, we really need to support the local farmers growing a variety of crops. So if they're not growing grains and they're not growing, wheat especially, we can't have local bread.
It's a real big challenge out here to find space to do things. I want to put up some greenhouses and I'm getting just pushback. And so luckily I found somebody who kind of thinks along and sees the future of food and farming. And it's sad that it's such a fight for us to try to get something done out here. It's just,
I think that's one of the challenges we all have. You have to really lobby. We have to lobby the town boards and get them to be a little more open to change and looking at how agriculture in particular is changing.
On the average, annualized out over the year, purchase about 60 tons a week of corn from local farmers here on the island. So, Mr. Halsey and his group and all of you here that are doing so much to help keep farming here, it's important for us all to keep this critical mass of farming that's left on the island, because I need the Fosters. I need some of the others to provide straw for me, to buy corn for me. Yeah, we can go out and buy stuff elsewhere, but before you start going out and buying more and more and more stuff from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, or Cortland, New York, it costs money. The things, we don't use, we're an all-natural product. To go organic, the grains alone would almost double the price. Yeah.
Now you sit there and you have pork and you get that pork chop back and it's a nice pinkish red. And that's the way pork is supposed to be, and that's what's important with the heritage breeds also, to work them, because they're naturally, genetically able to thrive outdoors and to actually put weight on and put meat that's flavorful. So I like it all. That's a 1,000 bird limit. Kind of small, other states have 20,000 bird limits. So you got to kind of work within those regulations. I bring all of our birds now up to a USDA processor in Rhode Island. It's the first in New England. It's not cheap, it's almost $5 a bird.
Milking 15 cows, we have over 40, and we're milking over 120 goats. And we bottle cow milk, we bottle goat milk, we make cow cheese, we make goat cheese, we make butter, we make yogurt. We're going to start making local ice cream this year. And then that led into providing beef and pork. So our pigs are fed the whey from the cheese production. They get fed all the whey, which is high in protein. So I said, you know what, there's got to be 100, 150 people on this island that want what we're doing. And we've found the majority of them now, and we're delivering right to their house a package each week. We take it right to them, and we know the first of every month, everybody gets billed, and we know what we're doing.
But the first thing is to support your local farms, because they're providing pollen. They're the ones that give me a spot for my bees. They want them for pollination services. The other is to support people like the Peconic Land Trust, who's preserving land, because we're losing a lot of our wild habitat. Most of their nectar sources, about 80% of their nectar, is not coming from the farm. It's coming from wild trees, bushes, shrubs, whatever. Without that, we're not going to have honey. We're not going to have honeybees.
One of the things I liked learning about North Fork Chocolate Company is they do try to use local and organic and natural ingredients with the Belgian chocolate, right, that you make your chocolates with. And they use strawberry jam from Sett's Farm on the North Fork, the blueberry port from Duckwalk.
And we also, I make ice cream at Goodale Farms, and he sells his dairy products at our retail shop. We're going to be selling it by the cone and stuff in the summer.
The farm stand will open up after we've picked for a few hours. We'll and keep supplying the farm stand all day long. And Claudia may call with an order, and then we'll stop and pick her North Fork table order and bring that up to her. The labor situation is not good, on Long Island for farmers, so it's stopping us from expanding. I mean, we have a lot of demand, but we just can't go into it because it's such a high touch crop. We're picking a raspberry plant 50 times a year, and it's not done by machines. There is machine picking, but that's for process stuff. So if we could get it where we were machine picking our jam production, still you need labor for that. So, but that's really constraining us from breaking out.